Okay, so this is week 1 Monday. All right, read the first question, please.
The
Read.
relation part,
Write the inequality.
one of the inequalities and set builder and interval notation.
Yeah. Set builder interval notation. Now, interval notation has this. Set builder is x is greater or equal to 6, something like that, right? Remember, if it's like this or this, it's an open circle. Like this or this, it's a closed circle. Do you see that? If this is eating the letter, do you see how it's eating the letter? It's always going to be to the right. Do you see that? If it is to the number, it's over to the left. Do you remember that? Okay. So looking at this right here, it's closed circle. Do you see that? So it's going to be eating with the equal sign 7, like that. Okay. Interval notation will be like that. And the reason why there's a bracket right here, do you see the bracket? Is because of the equal sign. Do you see that? Okay.
Because that's where it starts.
Because of the equal sign. So it's including.
No, the bracket because where it starts.
The bracket is because you're including the 7. If it's x is greater than 7 like this is not including the 7. So that's like 7 parenthesis like that. If it's not including the 7, that means it could be 7.1, 7.3, but it cannot equal 7. It's greater or equal to 7. Do you see that? This is greater than 7. Do you see that? This is what it means. Greater than 7. This greater than equal to 7. That means you can equal to 7. It could also be 7.1, 7.2, 7.3, 8, 20, a million, infinity. But it cannot, but it also equals 7. Do you see the difference? Okay. Interval notation, -5. Close. So it is going to be a bracket. Open. Because it is open circle. Do you see that? So this will be x greater than or equal to -5, less than 3. Do you see that? So this is not right. This should be the other way, like that. And oh, I'm sorry. No. Sorry. Hold on. I screwed up. My fault. My bad. Okay, it's not. It's this way. There we go. With a 3. But this is wrong. This needs to go this way. So another way of looking at this is you can break this down saying like x is greater or equal to -5, x is greater than 3. Do you see that? If x is greater than -5, you're going to go this way, correct? It's not great. Oh, sorry, it's less than 3. I did it right the first time. Less than 3. If it's less than 3, that means you're going left. So this one should be like this way. Does that make sense? Do you see that?
Okay.
You can break it down, okay? All right, C. It's an open circle and it's going to the left. So if this is x and this is 5, it's going to eat the number. Do you see that? So this will be our set notation right here. Interval notation will be -infinity, parenthesis, 5, parenthesis. Okay. Okay. D. Here, you have open circle on 4. Is that an open circle? -4 right here. So if x is right here, you're going to the left. Do you see how this is a left? It's going to be in this way. This is going to the right, right? And this is 4. So you need to go this way. So if you put that together, if x is going to be in the middle, negative 4 here, 4 here. Do you see how I just put those together? Okay. And then interval notation will be from negative infinity to negative 4, and then 4 to infinity. Like that. Okay, I'm going to give you a moment to like move on to the next grade. Oh, did you go upstairs and look at your bed? I redid your bed a little bit. Go look. Okay, so the bottom of this. Function, not a function. Let's see. Okay, so a function is when, okay, there are several ways you can do this, okay? One is if you have order, pair, coordinates, okay? That's like if you have 6, 1, 5, negative 2, 3, 4, 5, negative 3. Do you see that? When you have it like this, I love you too. You want come. Oh, you're welcome. X cannot repeat. Does that make sense? Is the X repeating? So the X here is 6, 5, 3, 5. Is X repeating? Okay, so this right here is not a function because X equals 5 and X equals 5. Do you see that? So you need to make sure you write that down. Second one is with mapping. X, Y. And then we have like, let's say 3, 4, 8, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. And you have lines that go, this one goes here, this one goes here, this one goes here. Do you have any of the X's repeating? No, because if you look at it, it's 3, negative 1, 4, negative 3, 8, negative 2, right? The X's do not repeat. Do you see that? Okay, so this is a function. Not a function. Actually, this one should be over there, but that's okay. Not a function would be like X repeating. In a graph, the third one here is with a graph. Remember, or coordinates, mapping, graph, right? If I have like a circle right here, you got to do the vertical line test. If I draw a line right here, how many times does it touch this vertical line? Twice. So X is repeating. Do you see that? So it's not a function. Another example is if I have something like this, like an S. Do you see that? So draw your vertical lines. Is it a function? Does it only touch it once? Or how many times does it touch it? If I draw a line right here, oh, it only touches it once, right here, correct? But they're gonna do several lines. What if I do that line right there? How many times does it touch it? 3 times. Do you see that? So X repeat. So it's not a function. Do you remember this from last year? Okay.
Okay.
All right. So that's function, not a function. Okay. Let's take a look over here. Determine if this is a function, right? Well, let's do the vertical line test because it's a graph, right? If I draw a line right here, how many times does it touch this graph? Really? If I draw a line right there, I don't know, about twice. Okay, let's do another one. How about this one? How many times does it touch the graph? Okay, what if I draw a little bit over here? How many times does it touch the graph? Once. So it only touches once. So it's yes, it's a function. Right? Interval, domain. Domain means how far does it go to the right? How far does it go to the left? Well, do you see the arrow keeps going more over to the left? And it keeps going more to the right? So this will be negative infinity to positive infinity for the domain. Because x is just going to go further to the left and further to the right. Correct? Range. How far does it go up? How far does it go down? It looks like the vertex is right here. Do you see that? This one is y is equal to what? What is that? But it doesn't go further than -3. So you put a bracket right there because it's a closed circle. And then how far does it go up? Forever? There you go. But with infinity, you got to put a parenthesis because we can't say infinity is like a definitive number, right?
In case it doesn't.
Right. It could be 1 million, it could be 2 million, it could be 100 million. It just keeps going. All right, let's take a look at this one. Let's draw your vertical line test. How many times does it touch the graph? So is it a function? Because if it touches twice, it means x value is repeating. Does that make sense? Okay. And remember, a function means x cannot repeat. Interval, okay. Domain and range, correct? Think about the domain. Domain means going to the right and going to the left. How far to the right does it go? Does it ever stop? So that'll be positive infinity. How far to the left does it go? I don't know about that. I think it stops right there. What number is that? I don't think that's 2. I think that's 1. And is it open circle or closed circle? Parenthesis. Do you see that? Range. How far up does it go? How far down does it go? How far up does it go? And how low does it go? There you go. Do you see the difference there? You got to be careful with that, okay? Wait, set builder? Oh, okay, so I'll rewrite this in a different way. Okay, so set builder will be, the domain will be x is greater than 1, okay? But it's open, so it's no equal sign, right? Range, negative infinity, x, positive infinity. Or all real number. Does that make sense? Okay. For the set builder over here, the domain is all real number, or it could be negative infinity, x, positive infinity, or I could just put less than, I don't need to put an equal sign. Okay. The range in this case will be x is greater than or equal to -3. It's greater than because it's going all the way to positive infinity. It's going to the right side, so it has to be eating the letter. Okay. Okay, determine if the relation is a function. Find the domain and range. Is a relation a function? Well, let's do the vertical line test. If I draw a line here, how many times does it touch a line? The graph. What about here? What about here? What about here? So is it a function? Interval. Interval, well, let's see. Domain. How far does it go to the right? How far does it go to the left? Does it keep going on the right or does it stop? What does it stop at? That's not 1. This is 5 right here. No, it's not at 5. So 4, open circle or closed circle? Okay, and then how far does it go to the left? Good. And do the same thing with the range. Do you understand? Range is how far up does it go? How far low does it go? How far up does it go? What is that y value right there? 3. Yeah, good. It's closed circle, right? And then how far down does it go? Good. So then what I'm going to do is I have to go, but when I come back, we'll finish this. I need you to go ahead and finish the rest of these, okay? Okay, so for the remaining part of this, look over here. You see how I have the answers right there? And if some of the answers are inconsistent, you're like, I don't understand the explanation for this, then make sure you take a look at the second page, okay? Which also has the answer. Do you see that? Okay, so check your answers, okay? Can you do that? All right, and that concludes today's stuff.
Do you appreciate that Kyla's mom gave